Why do you want to work here? It's probably one of the trickiest interview questions out there, and how you answer it can make or break your interview. If you show the hiring manager that you're motivated, they'll be more likely to hire you. But if you don't actually know why you're applying, it might not go so well. Today, I'm going to teach you how to answer this question the right way. So, let's get started.
Career Advice by Nova Resume.
The first step to answering this question is understanding why the interviewers ask it in the first place. Here's what they're looking for to find out. Are you a motivated candidate? What made you interested in this position? And how much do you know about a job or the industry as a whole? And don't make jokes about how you're passionate about not starving or love money. Unfortunately, those aren't as funny as they are in memes, and the interviewer won't be so impressed. So, how do you nail this interview question? Here are my top tips. Tip number 1, do your research. Before the interview, you should learn everything you can about the position, the employer, and the industry you're applying to. Of course, this varies. If you're applying for a position you've never worked before, you have to do your research into responsibilities and technical skills you're going to need. But if you're applying for a job you're familiar with at a new company, you should focus on learning about your future employer's values and achievements so far. Research and learn as much as you can about your future employer. The more you know about a position and the company, the better your answer will be. Tip number 2, emphasize your strengths. An employer will hire you if they believe you can bring something to the company, whether that's your skills or experience. So, be sure to talk about what you can bring to the company. Tell them why you're a great fit for the position based on your previous work experience and achievements, specialized knowledge or skills. Now here's an example that shows a candidate who wasn't too familiar with the company. I have to admit, before you called me, I didn't actually know much about your company. I did some research in the past few days and I like what I've learned so far. Your work and vision for the future resonates with me. I'm interested in getting involved with the technological side of marketing, and I saw that you're growing in that area. I'm an experienced marketeer with a passion for tech, so I know I can bring value to your team. This candidate starts off by being honest about when they learned about the company and then goes straight to talking about how they can contribute. Tip number 3, highlight your interest in the employer. No one expects you to be passionate about every company you apply to, but you should always be knowledgeable about the basics of the company's mission, services, or product.
Hey, Nicole, how would you describe exactly what it is we do at this company?
This shows you're actually familiar with their line of work and not just some random candidate willing to accept whatever job comes up. Our next example is from a candidate who knows someone within a company. Well, I know you're a leader in the fintech industry and your recent projects have been a great success. I even use one of your products myself and I'm really happy with it. And I actually have a friend who works in the IT department and he told me about your workplace culture. When I saw the job ad, I immediately became interested. I heard that management supports continuing education and learning on the job while also rewarding hard work. Everything I read online also told me that Company X values its workers and gives them opportunity for growth. I consider myself a lifelong learner and I'm always looking for a new challenge. So I think I would fit perfectly within your team. First of all, being familiar with the company and its product is a great plus. Hiring managers love hearing about a company's reputations from candidates. And knowing someone who already works for the employer you're aiming for is a great advantage too. On the one hand, you can learn about a company before your interview this way, and on the other, you'll have a social head start with your coworkers, so the hiring manager knows you'll fit in easier. Tip number 4, be specific. You should be able to back up anything you say with some kind of an example. And if you have concrete data at your disposal, even better. You want to convince the hiring manager you're motivated for the job and not just throwing empty compliments at the company. For example, when you're applying for a fintech company, try their services. Tell them what you liked, what you learned about their company, and what made you interested in joining their team. Now let's look at another example of how you can answer this question. I've always been passionate about helping people learn and expand their knowledge. I was actually a tutor years ago, back when I was still in school. Now that I've recently got my master's degree in education and I know I'm following the right path. Teaching just comes naturally to me and I can't think of anything else I'd rather work. And when I saw your ad for the position, I was so excited to apply. I know that X School provides children with a holistic approach to their general development, and students here get some of the highest test scores in the region. I want to be part of your mission and to make education accessible to everyone and learn the ins and outs of your innovative approach. Now that you know what makes a good answer, it's time to know what doesn't. Here are some things you should never say when the hiring manager asks, "Why do you want to work here?" You're offering a great salary. I like the benefits and perks your company offers. Well, you're actually my last option because your rival company didn't hire me. Well, I just want to work remotely, no matter the job is. I really want a job. Well, the people that give such answers don't get a job. Shocking, I know, but that concludes our video. Hopefully, now you're ready to wow the interviewer with your passion for the job you're applying for. Thanks for watching. I've been Andre. Remember to check our YouTube channel for more career advice.
Career Advice by Nova Resume.